So, welcome back. If you don't live under a rock in 2026, on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, or any other Chinese-owned Shorts Reels app, you'll find way too many videos, leaks, and rumours, and an overwhelming amount of clickbait telling you something is confirmed, but Rockstar hasn't said shit in over a year. So yeah, guess this is one of those videos. However, instead of clickbaiting you, I have instead tried to create a debate or conversation around what I think possibly could be added to Grand Theft Auto 6. It's sort of like a wish list, however, this also could be an accurate list and could all be in the game, because I am the Nostradamus of 2026. So how this is going to work is I'm going to give you 2 lists of 5 things. And these are things that I would like to see featured in Grand Theft Auto 6 and Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. However, in the online part, I'm going to break that rule. I have just thought of a 6th thing, so I'm going to put that one in, but there's no spoilers. You're gonna have to wait for this one. I can see you creeping forward here. I said you're gonna have to wait. You're getting too close, goddammit. Wait! So, for single player, I have number 1 being music in the earpods. Now you see earpods in Lucia's ears in screenshots and in the trailer, I think. So I suggest music from Spotify being played in the earpods. Now this isn't me suggesting it, this is many people. The one positive I can think about this is that you can have the game how you want to play it. So you can have the music that you want. You don't have to listen to their crafted music radio channels that they paid voice actors to come in and do. You can listen to your Spotify playlists and bash out some death metal while you beat it around Vice City. The negative here is glaring. You've just taken that part of the game that a team has created for users to enjoy, and you've thrown it in the bin because you want to listen to death metal while you beat it around Vice City. My final thoughts on this is that probably it won't be in the game, just for the sheer fact that it just takes away from the game and the team that created the radio channels. It's just a negative. I don't think this is going to happen. Number 2 is the relationship bar, which is sort of like rumoured or leaked. Now, this would work as the loyalty or the rep bar in Red Dead Redemption 2, right? But this time, like, quote-unquote trust, as in Lucia with Jason. So if you go to strip clubs and you sleep with strippers and stuff like that, obviously your relationship bar will go down and you guys will be fighting a lot more. The lines will become more aggressive. Maybe Lucia won't help you in certain missions where she would if you had higher trust. Positives of that is it adds immersion to the game and it creates that relationship, and I think no other game has really dared to create a relationship, so that's kind of cool. It's a kind of cool thought. The negative for me is I don't know if I could be really that interested in maintaining a relationship when the game is essentially about robbing banks from the trailers. It's a Bonnie and Clyde themed story, so you're gonna rob banks and you're gonna steal. So maintaining a relationship bar but doing all the side quests and all the missions, it's gonna be a lot for the user, including myself, to try and keep up with and trying to maintain. My final thoughts would be I could see this coming to the game. I really could, actually. Banger. Number 3 is third protagonists, such as after the game's finished, if one of the main 2 protagonists, Lucia or Jason, dies, a third one is brought in, or halfway through the story you meet a new character, unnamed, and they become your third playable character. The positives is it expands the way the game can be played, so now instead of playing from 2 perspectives you get a third, and it really comes back to the way Grand Theft Auto was written, where you can then have 3 moral compasses. The negative is I just think it'll be too much. They're already going all in on this Bonnie and Clyde theme with 2 main protagonists. I don't think a third is going to help. I think it'll just create confusion. So my final thoughts is it probably won't end up happening. If it does, I'll eat my own words, but I can't see Rockstar doing that. Number 4 is player-owned docks with a custom boat shop. Now this is pretty cool. I like to think of it as like in online, when you have your player-owned garages and you get like 10 cars in them. But this is not instance. This will be like, you can have up to like 3, maybe 3 boats docked outside of your player house. At that dock you can also do repairs and modifications on the boats, just to make it a little bit more immersion-y. So the positive obviously being you can store your boats, because Vice City and Miami in real life, the Keys, they're all surrounded by like waterways. Big ships, big yachts and stuff like that use those waterways, so I could actually see this coming to the game and it'd be really, really cool. A negative, probably it kind of convolutes, or yeah, I think it'll congest the player. Like, you'll already want to save cars in your garage, but you'll also, I guess then you have to think about saving boats on your dock. So it's a lot in a game that's already gonna be a lot. Final thoughts, I think the pros outweigh the cons on this one, so I do think this probably will be in the game in some form. The big one here, I saved it for last, number 5, is it going to be a landlocked border, or is it going to be an island surrounded by water? Positive, landlocked means that there is potential for expansion, and Tom Henderson, really, really reputable in like the leaking sort of X side of things community, has stated that it's going to be a smaller map at the start and it could expand over time to a much larger and denser map. So there's always that option as well. So that's the positive, would be obviously map expansion. The negative here would be, how do they counter an aeroplane going over that landlocked border? Do they just have the plane explode? Do you just drop straight to the ground and die? Do you get shot out of the sky by a missile? Like, what's going on here? How do they stop the player from wanting to explore what's over the border? My final thoughts on this, it's 50-50 here. We really don't know. Now, Rockstar has used careful wording here. I think they used the word border. Now, border doesn't mean water. Border means the border of a state. Generally means it's landlocked. Could also mean it's like the peninsula is the border of the map, and then it's just a cliff to ocean. So you never know. I think there's a chance that we could see the first time ever a landlocked Grand Theft Auto title. It'll be interesting. I know. That was a list and a half, right? Think about it. These are all great ideas and arguably great reasons they shouldn't be in the game. Now is the moment we have all been waiting for. The online mode. I know. It's got to be bigger than 5. If it does not deliver from day one, why would you continue to play Grand Theft Auto 6's online mode when 5's is working just fine, right? Wrong. Don't even look at 5. Do I need to remind you 5 is 13 years old, Timmy? Do you want to go sit in the corner? Do you want to go write some lines in the corner? That's what I thought, Timmy. That's what I thought. Online mode. Number 1, I have the UGC mode, so the user generated content mode, like in brackets Rome. Now, I'm not very good with user generated content. I don't really delve into it. I'm not the most creative force when it comes to this, but positive would be, it's a net positive. People can create their own adventures, create their own content for the game, sell it or have it for free, however they want to do it. And other players get to experience that. That's amazing. That's literally gaming. That is gaming to a T. That's community. Negative, they need to moderate it. It could be racist. It could be sexually explicit somehow. It could be a whole list of things that are very bad, very, very bad. So there needs to be like tight moderation on UGC from the get-go, because if there is not, I don't see it working out very well. My final thoughts on this is there's all pointers indicating that UGC is going to be a big part of the online mode, so I think it's going to be in the game in some form or another. My personal favourite is number 2, proximity chat, directionally speaking, so you can hear what side the player is coming on you, and it's also proximity, so if they walk too far away, you stop hearing them at some point. Whereas in 5, online mode, you had the lobby-wide audio where you could hear them no matter what, which was kind of boring, kind of Call of Duty sort of era. The positive is it kind of just shows you they've taken inspiration from not only Arc Raiders, who just have downright the best directional proximity chat, but they've also learnt from games like H1Z1, which kind of introduced that proximity chat feature. I want to say it's like one of the first games I ever played with proximity chat, and it was so much fun. Negatives is obviously they can't really stop you from saying any vulgar type shit or slurs, so yeah, it's probably bad. That's the bad part of proximity chat. But my final thoughts is I think it should be in the game, and I want it to be in the game so badly, like it needs to be in the game. That will just change the way online works and feels when you're exploring and other people can't hear you until you come close, and then you can have a conversation with the community. Perfect. That is just perfect. That's what I want. Number 3, 92 to 96 player lobbies. It's a rumor, guys. I don't know how true this is. The positive, obviously, that's like 3 times the size of what the online mode is now. Just think about that. That's... oh... When we say lobby-wide car meets and you congregate in like a car space in Vice City, that is going to be, if it's 96 players, that is just going to be amazing. It's just going to be so good for any community events, any sort of like building atmosphere in the online world. That is just essential, I think, just a high player count brings. The negative, I don't know how stable their peer-to-peer sort of connection that they utilize still in 2026 can even handle 96 players. I think we have to be a little bit realistic here, and some signs do indicate 96, but other signs have also indicated 32, which is what they currently have. Number 4 is a big one again. Limited player loadout / weapon wheel. I don't really have to explain this, do I? So in Red Dead Redemption 2, you could only, I think it was like a handgun, 2 rifles, bow and arrow. I can't really remember, like, it was very limited. You couldn't just carry everything. And I think that should be the case in Grand Theft Auto 6, where it's like a handgun, 2 machine guns, a sniper, maybe that's a bit too much, maybe less. And then obviously trauma kit and stuff from the leaks. So I think that's a positive. I think that's a real good. It stops griefing. It stops you just whipping out a RPG and shooting at a car that's coming towards you. And it also makes engagements, if you want to do PvP, it just makes it so much more like, you really have to think about what you're bringing onto the ground and where your car is, because obviously paired with the weapon wheel, I would go hand in hand saying a duffel bag in the boot of your personal vehicle, so you want to keep a keen note on where your car is at all times. The negative, obviously, it takes away that freedom of choice for the player that Rockstar are known for, giving you pretty much everything on a silver, like on a big plate, and just letting you go for your life. Choose what you want, play the game, have fun. So I think my final thoughts is the pros outweigh the cons. Realistically speaking, I think Rockstar need to add limited weapon wheel. And the last one is a banger. This is the one that I thought of just before. Crossplay. What? I don't know how I didn't think of that this when I was like making the list. Crossplay between Xbox and PS5. I don't even think there is a negative here. I think that the one positive is it's a shared world. There's no longer PS5 users and Xbox users. It's, you guys are a community. No more wars. You guys play on the console you play on, and you play together. You do heists together, you do missions together, you do races together, you have fun online together, you cruise, you explore, you go wheeling, you shoot each other, drink some alcohol, go yeehaw, do some backflips from tables, whatever's in the game. Go golfing, play some basketball, be dudes, hot dudes together, chilling with the dudes. It's all there. Like, I can't think of a negative here. The one negative is PC won't be a part of it, but I don't even think I'll be buying this game on PC unless there's like evidence that it will run on my OK setup. Who knows? So there it is. A nice little debate around what I'd like to see in Grand Theft Auto 6 and maybe what we won't see in Grand Theft Auto 6. Obviously, I could keep going. There is so much I would love to see in Grand Theft Auto 6 in both modes. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it with you all. What would you guys like to see in both online and offline? As always, if you would like to subscribe, that would be amazing. If you like this video, leave it a like, and I'll see you all in a new video soon. Goodbye for now.